Receiving is the ultimate giving. I want you to understand, receiving is the ultimate giving. If you learn how to receive, you will have the capacity, more capacity to give. Why? Because this is energy flowing in, energy flowing out. You're allowing the energy to flow in. You don't work on burnout. I get in a lot of fights when I was like growing up. Even when I used to get in fights when I was very little because Dad used to teach me, you can't stand for any of this stuff. I remember one day I went back home, little Eric, I think I was like 4, must have been 4. And I really remember this moment. I go back home and I sing this song to Mum and Dad. I said, I learned this new song. And they said, what's the song? I said, Chinese, Japanese, don't forget to wash your knees. My mum said, who taught you that? I said, I don't know, you don't like the song, it's like that, He said, they're bullying you. You can't stand for bullying. Dad said, next time they bully you, you need to punch them. It was like that, I went back. This is my upbringing back then, So it was very interesting how the shift in dynamics happened because it was there. And I remember back then, I went back the next day and I punched the kid. He didn't say it anymore, but I just literally just walked over and punched him. You know how you don't know better, right? Your mum told me to, it's like that, right? But it's really, really interesting. So I punched the kid, and then what happens is headmaster calls for parents, right, to come. And only Mum rocked up. Dad was at work, right? Mum rocked up, and I remember sitting there. I really remember this moment. I remember sitting there, little Eric, and then Mum was there. And then what headmaster would say, Eric punched whoever it was, and all that type of stuff. And then said, you shouldn't be doing that, whatever. And then Mum was like, yeah, I'll tell him not to. Yeah, I'll tell him not to. Okay. So sorry. Yeah, so sorry. Then Mum took me out. I really remember Mum holding my hand. I remember walking out that office, and what Mum did was she did this. That was my program. It was like that, I went through teenage years because in teenagers, the fights get more serious, It's not so much like push, it's real fighting now. So I'm giving you this context is because I know some of you go through some shit, but I want you to understand, we all go through some shit. There's a transformation. It can be done, I got stronger and stronger. I used to get such a thrill. I was like, wow, I can knock anyone out, It's like that. It was such a thrill. This was street fighting, But then it got kept going. And I think some anger. I just got more angry and more angry. That's what happens. That's why I believe everything happens for a reason. I believe that's why I can teach this stuff. I believe that's why I can teach this stuff. It creates a new version of yourself. The ego becomes so strong. Ego becomes so powerful, right? And what happens is you end up sometimes, you fight. This is what happened to me. I fight, and sometimes I look, why did I just do that? Right? I get really upset at myself. Why am I doing this to people? And that's the wake-up call. Take a deep breath in and out. That's why when going through that journey in the past, it used to be walking down a street. Anybody who walks down the street like this, I'm walking right in front of you. I'll be that insane. You think this street is yours? Okay, I'll show you. I'll be like that. That's how much of a rebel I was. And then what happens? Today, it's like this. Somebody walking down the street like this, what do? I find a way to cross the road. And I'll walk that way. I'll take this route. This is what I do today. And the interesting thing is people say, you chicken, you scared? Right? No. Easy life. So easy. My life is so easy today. No fighting, no argument. Something's happening. Okay, you guys happen. Come here. You know what I'm saying? Zero fighting. Take a deep breath in. And out. So that's why I say negative. It will come. And it will come. And it will come. Throughout your journey, it will come. There will be bigger negative things. They'll come. When they come, let it pass. This is why Tai Chi, anybody do Tai Chi? Tai Chi is a beautiful, beautiful training. Because this is it. Let it pass. Let it pass. Everything's just let it pass. Let it flow. Just flow past it. Right? It's not about fighting, but letting it pass. Right? Take a deep breath in. And while you're flowing in every moment, one thing that shows up is the negative. Let it pass. The second thing that shows up is what? The positive. Right? This is what I was talking about before. A lot of people, how many of you know still that you have always been a good giver, not such a good receiver? Raise your hand. Okay. I want to change your whole understanding of this. Okay. Remember, when things come in, they could either be free or people try to charge you. Okay? Now, don't get a misconception of that now. Just keep an open mind. See it as it is, not worse than it is. Yeah? They charge you. What does that mean? It means, oh, is this good exchange for value for value? They give it to you for free. Don't say no. Because this is your manifestation. Everything in your reality is your manifestation. Learn how to open your arms up and say, thank you so much, really appreciate you. Get comfortable with that. And learn one thing. Repeat after me. Receiving is the ultimate giving. I want you to understand, receiving is the ultimate giving. If you learn how to receive, you will have the capacity, more capacity to give. Why? Because this is energy flowing in, energy flowing out. You're allowing the energy to flow in. You don't work on burnout. Why is receiving a form of giving? It's very simple. You know, in the past, it used to be like this. I first started this speaker journey. I wasn't so aware of all of this stuff that I'm teaching now. First time in Malaysia, I land at the hotel venue. And I'm like, okay, getting ready to go on stage. So I bring my suitcase in, right? And then what happens is the person behind me, he said, wow, Eric, wow, I work for the organizer. Thank you. Oh, wow, so good meeting you. Can I take your, I'll take your suitcase for you? I said, no, it's okay. I'll take it myself. Right? I walk off. And therefore I'm backstage and I'm doing my thing. I finish my speech, I go backstage, right? And what happens is the events organizer comes back and they start talking to me and we're just having a casual chat. And they say, Eric, what did you say to the team? I said, nothing. He said, they think you're very arrogant. I said, arrogant? How does that happen? Right? Understand this. How many of you, right, when you help other people, you're happy? Contribution is your greatest need, is your highest need. It's not just your highest need, it's everybody's highest need. What does that mean? It means when I say, no, it's okay, I'll do it myself. What am I doing? I'm literally doing this. I'm saying, no, I'm not going to allow you to satisfy your highest need. Okay? No, you're not contributing today. Okay? This is what's happening.